Hi Adam, how's it going? Thanks for coming in again today. Just before we start our session today, I'm just going to take you through some of the health and safety aspects in the gym here. Just so you know, the the fire exit is just the main entrance that you came in, and there's another one just here, so in case of emergency, you just exit via one of those fire exits and just gather around the corner just here, okay? And just also so you know, there's a first aid kit in reception and a telephone in case of emergency. And I'm a duty first aider on duty today, but also Josh, who you met at reception, is also a duty first aider today. Any changes to your park unit you sent in already? No? Good stuff, good stuff. So today what we're going to do is I'm going to take you through a full body workout effectively. We're going to follow the main components of the workout. So we're going to do a basic warm-up, followed by some stretching. We're going to do a main cardiovascular session as well, followed by some resistance training, utilising some of the machines and the free weights as well. And then we're going to do a CV cooldown on a machine and followed by some stretching. So it'll be a full body workout for you today, so hopefully you'll enjoy it. Hi Adam, so the first thing that we're going to use today to warm up is the treadmill. And what we're going to do is I'm going to monitor the intensity by using the RPE scale. Do you remember the scale I took you through earlier? Yeah, so it's the 0 to 10 scale. 0 being you're at home doing nothing, lying down at total rest. 10 would be that you're doing the maximal effort on an exercise, so sprinting as hard as you can. Today in the warm-up I'm going to take you up to an RPE of 5. So you'll be breathing a little bit heavier, your heart rate will be elevated, but it's not going to be pushing you too much effectively. Cool. So I'm just going to give you a quick demonstration of how the treadmill works, and then I'm going to get you to have a little go yourself. Okay? So always, before we get on a treadmill, approach it from the back and make sure that the belt isn't moving before we get on. So once we step on, you can take hold of the handrails at the side. Okay? So before we start the treadmill, there's a safety clip that we use, okay? So you can clip this to your top or your shorts, okay, here. And you can see that there's an emergency pull here. So if this comes out, the treadmill will stop immediately. It doesn't slow down, it just stops straight away. So we keep that on while for the duration of our workout, okay? When we want to start the treadmill, we just hit the go button here. Again, you can hold on to the sides and the belt will move nice and slowly for us here to start, okay? So once we start here, you can see it starts nice and slowly for us, so we'll be well capable of using it. We can increase and decrease the speed or the incline of the treadmill. So over here we've got a speed increase, so you should see now that the belt will slowly start increasing in speed. And here we have the incline and decline that raises and brings the treadmill down for us, okay? You can also use the panel in front of you here. You can automatically bring it to 3 kilometers an hour or increase or decrease the speed. Now when we're using the treadmill, try to maintain a nice upright posture. Look to the horizon as we use it, and keep a nice heel-toe action as you walk, okay? Try and keep a nice rhythmic action with the arms and the legs as well, okay? So I'll just increase the speed a little bit here. So when we get to it'll be various speeds for different people, but when you get to a speed, you'll slowly feel that you need to start breaking into a little jog, increase your stride, keep that nice heel to toe action, and break into the jog, maintain your good posture here. When we want to stop, again, we can bring it down in speed, and then just hit the stop button here. Okay, don't forget to remove the safety clip, pop it back, and come off the back of the treadmill. Sounds good. Any questions? No? No? If you want to pop on for me there? Yeah, one second from the back. Okay, so safety clip on. And just hit the go button. So right now we're probably at an RPE of maybe 1. Just because we've been walking around. So, like I said, I want to get you to about an RPE of about 5 to warm up, okay? You've got the hang of this already. So, as we slowly kind of increase the speed, you slowly start to the RPE level going up at a rate of intensity.
Yep.
We're going to keep you on this for about 5 minutes. You can see your time elapsed here. So we're 20 seconds so far. And across the top, you've got the calories burned, the distance that you're covered, and the time that you've done on the treadmill, the speed that you're doing per mile or per kilometre. Okay, how are you feeling now?
Maybe a 2.
Maybe a 2, yeah. So if you want to slowly speed it up there a little bit for me. You would slowly break into a little jog. Okay, nice work. So as I said, we want to slowly progress you towards that RPE of 5. So are we about a 3 at the minute?
Yeah, probably 3.
Nice work. Good stuff. It's a good pace you've got going. Yeah. It's really good technique. You're maintaining that nice posture and keeping your eyes looking towards the horizon. Okay. It's a good heel-toe action as well as you run. So what more piece scale? Are we close to the 5 yet?
Yeah, we'll be getting towards it.
Yeah?
4 5.
Okay, so now that we're at an RP of 5,
Yep.
what we can do is, and we're up to our 5 minutes for the warm-up, I'm just going to ask you to slowly bring the speed down. So if you reduce it initially, that's it. Just back to a walking pace. And then when it's at a good walking pace, if you just hit the stop button, that'll slowly bring it to a stop for you. Nice work. You can unclip the safety clip and then just jump off the back into the treadmill first. Nice work. How are you feeling?
Yeah, good.
Yeah? Good stuff. Okay, so Adam, we're going to take you through some dynamic stretches now, just following on from the warm-up before we go into our main CV. So what we're going to do is we're going to start with just the basic lunge, and then we're going to add into a rotation to the lunge, okay? So we're going to start with feet hip width apart. I'm just going to get you to step forward, drop the back knee down, and then back again. We're going to alternate legs for this, okay? I'm going to get you to do 5 on each leg, and then I'm going to add a rotation. So, can I get you to just have a go at that yourself? That's it, nice work. So again here, just remember with the points here to try and keep that front knee aligned with the ankle, keeping the shoulder and hip aligned here as well. And just get that knee just 1 inch off the back there. We don't have to hit the ground with that back knee. Okay, nice work. We're on base. And just 1 more there for me. Okay, so we're just going to add a rotation into that, just for the upper body, a torso rotation, okay? So this time, as you do your lunge, maintaining the same teaching points here, so the front knee over the ankle, back knee, hip and shoulder in line. We're going to rotate towards the front knee, okay? And back to the center. And again, just back up, alternate the legs, drop down, rotate towards the front knee again. Yeah? Cool. Nice one. And this is just designed to loosen the body up, release some synovial fluid for us.
Cool. Yeah, got a couple of flips in.
Yeah. You know how you feel, right? Nice work, that's really good. It's really good too that you're stepping back in 1 step to the starting position. Nice work. How are you feeling with that?
Yeah, good.
Yeah? Good stuff. Okay, that's really good because you're getting a nice lovely alignment of the body. Okay, just to kind of progress from there, we're going to go into a basic squat and arm reach, okay? So all you're going to do, it's just like a little swing. Don't worry so much, it's more just to loosen the body out of this, okay? So all we're going to do is feet and hip width apart. We're going to squat down, and as we come up, we're going to bring our arms up over the head, okay? So we come down, arms up, and reach over. Down here, up, and reach over. Okay, so again, we're going to go for 10 reps of this, okay? Nice work. So remember just to sit back and reach. Good stuff. That's it. Nice work. That's really good because your knees are tracking towards your toes perfectly. You're sitting, keeping your chest proud. That's really good. So again, we should be maintaining maybe about 5 on the RPE scale as we go through, as we finish up this section. Cool. Nice work. How are you feeling now?
Yeah, good.
Yeah? Good stuff. Okay, so we've got 10 reps done there. We're just going to add in another one here. It's just simply a posterior step, so we're going to be stepping our leg back.
Yeah.
And as we do that, we're going to throw our arms up and stretch the front of the body here to the torso and the abs here, okay? We're going to alternate legs again. So you step, reach, step back to your start position, step the left leg back, reach, back to our start position. Just 5 on each leg. Go for this one. That's it, nice work. Good stuff. That's it. Make sure we step the body width apart and hopefully keep the balance for us. That's it. But you should feel the stretch down the front of the body as you do this, just opening up the front of the body for us. Nice work. How's that?
Yeah, good.
Yeah, it's best. You can slowly improve. It's a good motor skill that will kind of slowly improve as you go on. Okay, so there are dynamic stretches to start. There's loads and loads of different dynamic stretches we can add in, including like rotations for the upper body. You may have seen like the hamstring ones here as well.
Yeah.
So there's loads of different dynamic stretches that we can add in. These are just a demonstration of a few from today.
Sounds good. Cool.
Okay, so for the main CV today, we're going to use the cross trainer. Okay, so going through the same process, I'm just going to show you how to use it quickly, and then I'm going to get you onto it. Okay. So when we approach the cross trainer, you can see the foot pads here, they move. There's moving bars at the side and there's static bars on the inside here. Okay.
Yeah.
So the way we want to get onto the cross trainer is make sure that the foot pad is low. We're going to take the static handle and step on to the lower foot pad.
Yeah.
Place my foot onto the other one here, okay? So again, I'm going to start with my hands on the static handles in the middle here. I'm going to drive one leg forward. You can see that the outside bars are moving here now as well. The cross trainer will start automatically for you, okay? But again, like we had on the treadmill earlier, you've got your plus and minus signs here that increase and decrease the intensity. Okay, you can see here as well that we've got the strokes per minute on it and the speed that we're going. Okay, we can increase, as I say, the resistance here. Once you feel comfortable on it, take your hands to the outside and move here. Okay, now with the foot pads, if you can, try and keep your feet flat. But look, if you need to lift your heel a little bit, it's not the end of the world. It's fine if you want to go for that. Once you stop, or once you slow down and finish, take the one foot pad down low. Yeah. I use the static handles to just step off the machine safely. Okay, cool. All good? Yeah. I'm going to jump on that and I'll explain then what we're going to go through. Nice work, how are you feeling? So if you just start nice and slowly, keep that nice rhythmical movement through. So you know with the cross trainer, it's mainly a cardiovascular workout. So its main benefits really are for the heart, the lungs. The legs are going to get a little bit of a workout, so the quads, the hamstrings, glutes, but also because we're using the arms, biceps and triceps, the back and the chest, we get a little bit of a workout. So it's a good full body workout for us as well, okay? So how are you feeling now on that RPE scale that we mentioned earlier?
Yeah, working my way back up, probably around 4 now, I'd say.
Okay, so with this one, we're going to go through what we call an aerobic curve.
Yep.
So we're going to spend the first 2 minutes bringing you back up to where we want you to be. And we're going to aim to get you to 5 initially, and then in the second minute get you to an RPE of 7. Okay. So you're going to be feeling that you're out of breath, you'll be sweating a little bit, and like I said, we want to get you to that 7. Once we're at that 7, we're going to hold you at that level for about 8 minutes, okay? And then we're going to do a 2-minute active cool down at the end as well. So you can see it's that like curve, aerobic curve that we're forming, okay? I'm going to monitor your intensity as we go through. How are you feeling on that now?
Good, yeah, working my way up, 5, 6 probably now.
Nice work. So that's really good. You've got a nice rhythmical motion here. You've got a nice movement of the arms and the legs together. Okay, so if we slowly increase the intensity just a little bit, I'm going to get you to that RP of 7. We've gone through the first kind of rewarm phase now. So we're going to try and maintain an RP of 7. So where are you on that RP scale?
Yeah, probably at about 7 now.
Okay, good stuff. So if we can maintain that pace, And we'll maintain it, like I say, for about 8 or 9 minutes.
Yeah.
And then we go into our active. Good. So you said you had the builders in your house, how's that?
Yeah, messy.
Yeah?
Yeah. Yeah, getting there though.
Yeah. Good stuff. It's always a stressful time when you have that going on. And like,
Yeah, that's it, trying to juggle everything.
yeah. And are you living in that house?
No, we're staying with girlfriend's mums at the moment, so yeah, we can avoid the mess a bit.
Yeah, yeah. Okay, so where are we in that walking scale?
Yeah, sticking around 7 now.
Good stuff, okay. You can hear it as well, you're starting to breathe a little bit deeper.
Yeah.
So you can hear that the intensity's increased. Good stuff. That's really good. You've got a really good movement on the cross trainer as well. I know that you said, like when we were doing our consultation and things, that you'd hurt your knee playing football years ago.
Past, yeah.
So it's just, this machine is a good option for you because it takes away the kind of impact that you might have on the circuit.
Yeah, yeah, absolutely.
Good stuff. Okay, so are we still around that 7?
Yep, sticking there.
So we want to keep maintaining that. And this is just to improve our cardiovascular fitness. And you see all the time, or you read all the time, or you hear all the time about the benefits of having an improved cardio system in terms of reducing risk of like coronary heart disease or COPD or anything.
Yeah.
So it's always good to add in a little bit of cardio to your workout. I know that you said you were quite keen on doing some resistance work.
I have to say, let's keep the heart healthy.
Yeah. Okay, so where are you on that walking scale now?
Yeah, still 7.
Good stuff, good stuff. Nice work. I'm just going to move around and check how you're getting on. You've got a really nice posture as well, so you've got a nice upright posture. Your chest is proud, you're keeping looking forward as you're moving. You've got a nice really good movement. Okay, so you can see there now that we're approaching the 8 minutes where we want to be, okay?
Yep.
So in another kind of minute, I'm going to take you into our active cool down for this core component.
Great.
Okay, so it's just going to be a 2-minute reduction of the RPE. So I want to bring you back down to your resting rate effectively.
Okay.
Okay, so if you want to start slowly bringing the intensity down for me. That's it, nice. So we want a nice progressive kind of slow of the intensity so that your heart rate comes down. What RPE scale you at now?
Yeah, lowering a bit now,
Yeah.
6, 5.
Good stuff, good stuff. So you can see there we've got about another 1.5 minutes left. So if we just slowly bring it back down again. Where do you think you're at now?
Yeah, starting to ease off again now, down to a 4.
You can feel it now as well that you're like not breathing as deeply as you were.
Right, so
So you can sense that you can feel the recovery is coming along.
Yeah.
Okay, so that's the end of our active cool down section for the CV component. That's it. So if you just step off the cross trainer there, how are you feeling after that?
Good. Yeah.
Yeah, session.
Yeah. Definitely.
Okay, so this is the leg press machine. This is going to work our legs, as it says in the name of it. So it's going to work our quad muscles, our hamstrings, glutes. We're going to get a little bit of work here. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to show you how it works first, and then I'm going to get you to have a go with it yourself and see how we get on. Okay? So just when we step into the machine, there's a handle up here that we can hold as we step into the machine. I'm going to place my foot through here, keep hold of the handle, and sit back into the machine here. Okay? Now, when we start with this, there is some variations we can do, but I'm just going to ask you to keep your feet neutral on the place here, okay? So knees are tracking to my feet, and knees are tracking to my hips here, okay? Now, again, I want to make sure that the lower back is tucked into the seat as we do it. Now, there's 2 handles here that you'll notice, okay? These ones here are your safety bars, so they stop the leg press machine coming all the way down. Yeah. Stop, and they stop when you're coming down too far. The other ones are where you're pressing, you can hold on to these if you've got a lot of weight on it, okay? So I'm going to push the machine away here, unhook the safety bars, and then I can hold these if I like, and slowly bring the plate towards myself. I want my knees tracking towards my shoulders, if I can on this one. Once you feel the tension in the back of your legs here, press it forward. you want to keep soft knees. So I'll just do a few repetitions for you here. Once you finish, you want to hook the safety bars back in, and then just make sure it rests the plate onto it. Okay? Right. Again, I can use this handle to help get myself out instead of the machine. Good. Do you want to have a go at this yourself? Okay. That's it. So if you keep your feet nice and neutral. Now, just before we start, what we're doing is we're going to go for 2 sets of 12 reps. Yep. So we're going to do 12 repetitions on this, we're going to rest for a minute, and then we're going to do another 12. Let's see how we go. Excellent stuff. So when you're ready, take it and hook the bars. Nice work. So that's number 1. And 2. Good. So you've got a nice neutral position on the feet. Your knees are tracking towards the shoulders, which is really good. That's rep 5. 6. So really good, you're keeping a nice soft knee as well when you come to the top. 8. Again, you've got a really nice tempo, so you're doing a nice 2 seconds in, 2 seconds back. Is this the last rep that we've got? That's fine. Okay, you just hook the safety bars back in for us here and rest down. So you can stay in the machine if you like for a rest period. So we've got a rest period of like kind of up to a minute. So if I was to say to you in terms of 0 to 10, how did you find that in terms of 10 being like maximum effort, let's say?
Probably about 6.
A 6, okay. So I kind of want to get you working just a little bit harder than that. So what I'm going to do is just for the second set, I'm going to progress the second set. I'm just going to add a little bit of weight on to each side of the machine here. Just maybe test you a little bit more. So we're just going to add 10 kgs onto each side. Just come around here. Okay. So your minute is just about up. How are you feeling?
Good.
Right. Crack on for a second set. So again, place the feet in a neutral position. Push it up and down the grass. Nice work. So we're going again for 12 reps on this one. So it's really good because your knees track lovely towards your shoulders. And keeping your feet in a nice neutral position as well. So rep 6 we're up to now. It's good keeping those knees nice and soft when you come to the top, and your lower back is nice and tucked into the seat. We've got 2 more reps. And last one. Excellent. So just nice work, and then you can relax there. I'm just going to strip the weights off the machine there. So again, how did you find that out of
good.
10?
I'll give you an update. Go up a bit. 8.
Okay, perfect. So what I'll do is I'll update your program card with the new weight, and when you come into the gym next time, just make sure you load up the weights on that as well. Okay, so we're going to move on to the deadlift, okay? The deadlift's a really good kind of functional exercise for us in terms of picking something up from the floor, let's say. But it's going to work our lower body prominently, so the legs, so quads, hamstrings, glutes are going to get a little bit of work. The lower back is going to get a little bit of work as well, so the whole kind of what we call the posterior chain of the body is going to get a bit of work. I've got a bar set up here with 2 10kg weights on the end of it. I'm just going to give you a quick demonstration of how to do the deadlift, and then I'll give you some teaching points and I'll get you to have a go as well yourself. So if you just want to watch for a minute. So when I set up the bar and the deadlift here, I want to step under the bar. So the bar is in line with kind of my laces, my shoes, I suppose. So I'll just give you a demo first, and then I'll talk you through what I'm doing, okay? Okay, so when we start the deadlift, okay, so just come down and take an overhand grip. Now I know there's loads of different grips you can do in terms of alternate grips or you say, but just start with an overhand grip here. You can take a grip outside of body weight, okay? Lean back and retract your shoulder blades. Keep the bar really close to the body, so as we come up, now once we hit about our knees, I drive my hip forward. So use the knees as a break point effectively. Once we're at the top, I have my shoulder blades retracted, glutes are tight here, and I'm squeezing the bar. Now as I come down, bar's really close to the body, hinge the hip back, and again, once I get to about my knees, that's my break point to hit the dead portion of the lift. Okay? Do you want to have a go of that yourself? Again, we're going to go for 2 sets. We're going to go for 10 reps on this one, okay? To see how you get on with it. But we'll see how we get on with that, okay? Nice work. So that's really good. Start in the front over the laces. Close the body. That's really good. Keep it nice and close. And 2. Good. So you've got a really nice neutral posture here. 4. Good. So that's it. Keep those shoulder blades nice and retracted. Go to 7. Keep the bar really close to the body, please. And just one more repetition for me. And just relax. How did you find that out of 10?
Yeah, good.
Yeah? So
that's right. That's right. Rep range, I'd say.
Okay, good stuff. So rest up there for a minute and we'll go for a second set. Go to that rest. Okay, so Adam, this exercise we're going to use a machine to do our chest press. Okay, so as it says, it's a chest press, so it's going to work across the chest. So our pectoral muscles, anterior fibers, deltoid are going to work. But also, because we're pressing, the triceps are going to work for us in this exercise as well. The first thing with the machine we need to know about is how to change the weights correctly. So just down here, you can see that we've got a pin in the weights. So you just select, put the pin into the selected weight that you want. Now, you see here, this goes from 15 up to 25 in one jump, which is quite a lot. So you can turn this at the top to add 2.5, 5, or 7.5 kilograms, depending on where you are. Okay? So once we've selected the weight, we need to make sure that the seat is at the correct height for us. So what you want is when we sit in the seat, the bar to be in line with the chest. Okay? So to adjust the seat, we can push it down and actually keep it pretty much where it is here on the floor. Okay? And then we're going to take an overhand grip on it and then press forward. Keep the elbows nice and low as they come back. So, once we finish, just allow the handles to rest back in. So, we're then going to go for 12 reps and 2 sets, okay? Just make sure when you come back that we don't bounce the weights and take the tension off the lift. Okay, do you want to have a go yourself? That's good, so the bar is in line with the chest. So let's go for 12 reps here. 1, 2, good. So the elbows are nice and leading movement on the way back. Good. Right, that's nice. You're giving a soft elbow as well on the way out. So 8, 9, 10. So again, just 2 more repetitions for me. And the last one. And relax then. Okay, how did you find that?
Yeah, right. Probably push the weight a bit more.
Yeah, okay, so if you just want to increase the weight here, you can either increase using the pin or the hand. Nice work, let's jump up. So in terms of the RP scale, was it quite low on your RP scale?
Probably about 5.
Okay, so yeah, we can jump in a little bit here. Okay. So, your minute rest is up, how do you feel?
Yeah, good.
Ready
Ready
to
to
go
go.
for the second one? Yeah. So that's it, nice overhand break. So remember, as we come out, keep the elbows soft on this. Good, so 12 reps again. And 2, 3. That's it, you're leading with the elbow really well. The elbows in line with the chest when you come back. Nice straight posture. And 6, 7. Great, good. So that's it, so exhale as you push out. 10, good. So again, just 2 more repetitions. 1, 2, and relax. How did you find that?
Yeah, good.
So I think it looks, even though there, we could progress it just a little bit again.
Next time, yeah, I'd say.
So what I'll do is adjust the weight on the program card for you. And again, when I update it, I'll give you a copy so that when you come in, you can start here and you can progress that one as well. Okay, so Adam, what we're going to do now is an exercise called a single arm row. And as it says, it's going to focus on one arm or one side of the body, so it's an isolateral exercise. And it's mainly going to work at the back, so the lats, the mid traps, and the long ones are going to get a workout. But equally, because we're pulling the biceps, are going to get a bit of work on this as well. So I'm just going to show you how to set this up and how to go through the exercise. Like I said, because it's a single arm, when we do a set, we're going to do 10 or 12 reps on one arm, and then we're going to swap and do 12 reps on the other arm for one set, and then we can have a rest. Okay? So when we set this exercise up, we have the bench set up here and the single weights next to us here. Okay? I put my knee onto the bench and take my hand over the end of the bench here. Now with this, I need to rotate down and pick up the weight, but then before I start the exercise, I want my shoulders square on, okay? So they need to be straight. So here, keep a nice neutral posture, and all I do, pull the weight towards my midsection here, and then lower it back down. So again, just 12 reps each. And 2, that's really good. Your elbows coming up nice and high over the body. Shoulders are nice and square onto the ground. Hips are nice and square as well. Good stuff. So rep 9.
Yep.
10. So just 2 more reps. And 12. Good stuff. So, then we're going to swap to the other side. We do 12 reps on the other side as well. That's it. So just stay for a sec. Excellent. So again, shoulders square, hips are square. Nice tempo on the concentric and eccentric. About 6, 7. Elbows coming nice and high. I can see it from this side. 9, 10. Just 2 more reps. And 12. Okay, just relax there. So, how did you find that place?
Good. Yeah, quite spot on.
Good, good. So, rest up there for kind of a minute, and we go for a second set on this as well. Good, nice work there. Okay, so the next exercise is a bicep curl. Okay, so we're going to use dumbbells today. There's obviously various different pieces of equipment we can use for a bicep curl, but we're going to start at our hips and turn the dumbbells out. Okay, so we have what we call an underhand grip. We're going to lock our elbows into our side and our feet are just over shoulder width apart. And simply all we're going to do is curl the weights towards our shoulder and then slowly back down again. Yeah, so here. Okay, so once you start the bicep curl, I want you to try and keep the elbows locked into the side, try and stabilize the hips so there's no movement of the hips or the upper body. It should just be the elbow joint. Okay? Do you want to step in and have a go yourself? Again, we're going for 2 sets of 12 reps. Okay. Let's keep a nice tempo on it for me. 2. It's really good. Your elbows are locked into the side. Good stuff. So there's no excess movement. That's really good. 8, 9, 10, just 2 more reps for me. And last rep. And then you can just reverse the deadlift process to up the weights down. Good stuff. How is that?
Yep, good.
So in terms of weight, how is that?
Yeah, that feels good.
Yeah?
That's
Okay,
about right
so,
for that rep.
so if we keep that weight there just for the second set, I think we might be able to progress that quite quickly for you over the coming weeks. Okay, so just rest up there for 40 or 60 seconds for me, and we'll go for a second set. Okay, so Adam, the next exercise, which is our last free weight exercise today, is going to be a front raise. This is going to focus on the shoulders, so the deltoid muscle, so particularly the anterior fibers of the deltoid. Now, we're going to start it with the weights at our hips, but again, we have an overhand grip. So remember with the bicep curl we had an underhand, this is going to be an overhand grip for us. So just starting here, nice neutral posture again. I always kind of try to corkscrew the feet into the ground to stabilize my stance a little bit. And all we're going to do is bring the dumbbells to the front and back down. Okay, so what we want to do is as we lift the dumbbells, we just want to bring it to shoulder height. Keep your elbows soft as you do it, and try and control the eccentric on the way back down. Okay, so I'm just going to pop the weights down, and if you can start it yourself. So again, we're going to go for 12 reps. Okay, see how we get on with this one. Okay. So 1, 2, 3. It's really good. You're bringing it to the perfect height here. And 6. Excellent movements. The same on both sides. And you're keeping your shoulders down as we're doing. Really good. Rep 9.
Yep.
And 10. So just again 2 more reps for me. 1. Last repetition. 2. And just relax that down. So again, how did that feel on the scale of 0 to 10?
Yeah, fine. Probably about 6 or 7.
Yeah? Okay, so again, we could probably progress it, but I think you might find at the very end it gets quite tough. You can see there as we're getting to the end, it's starting to get a bit tiring. So today we're going to do a second set of these ones. So we're going to rest for a minute, do a second set. Maybe next week we might, for the second set, push the weight a little bit further.
Sounds good.
Okay. So, Adam, the next exercise we're going to do is a crunch on a stability ball. Okay? So it's just going to work the front of the body here for us, the rectus abdominis muscles. Okay? So when we start with this one, what I'm going to ask you to do is just to sit onto the stability ball here. Okay? And just kind of sit towards the front a little bit, walk your feet out here, and then lean back. Pick a spot so that you're staring up at the ceiling, hands at the side of the head, up and back. Okay, so once you finish, you just step off the ball again, and then we go from there. So again, we're going for just 2 sets of 12 reps on this.
Yep.
Nice work. That's it. Good. So keep that nice neutral posture here. Good stuff. Hands by the side of the head. And 3, 4, 5. Good. 7. How are you finding that?
Yeah, okay.
Okay, so we want 4 more reps from you, please. 3, 2, 1. Nice work. How'd you find that?
Yeah, okay.
Yeah? So again, it looks very easy for you actually. You seem to kind of adapt with that quite easily.
Yeah, I mean, yeah. Okay.
Yeah, so you can see alright that the stability ball's moving a little bit, which is challenging you a little bit more.
Yeah.
So I think again what we'll do is we'll go for, we'll have a rest for a minute and then we'll go for a second set. Cool. Okay, so Adam, the last exercise we're going to do today is a press up. And again, it's going to work our chest, so pectoral muscles, anterior fibers of the deltoid. Our triceps are going to work as well. But a press up is actually a really good exercise for our core musculature as well. So as we do the exercise, the core of the body has to be engaged as well.
Yeah.
I'm going to show you 2 progressions. One that we call a 3/4 press up and a full press up. And I'm going to leave you choose whichever one you want to do basically.
Yeah.
So So I'll just give you a silent demo of each and then give you some teaching points on them and we'll get you to have a go. So the first one is the 3/4 press up here where my knees are on the ground. I should have a nice line from my elbow or my shoulder to my hip to my knee, and I just press. Okay. The second one is obviously the full press up where I'm going to lift my knees and I'm going to be on the ball of my foot and my toes here. Hands under my shoulder again. Here, hands under my shoulder, and as I go down and back. Now, as I kind of come down and back up, I want the whole body to stay in line. So ear, shoulder, hip, knee, and ankle should kind of move as one unit, effectively. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Do you want to have a go yourself? We're going to go for 10 to 12 reps, 2 sets.
Okay.
Yeah? Okay. Good, so hands are in line with the shoulders, elbows are coming back nicely, almost at a 45-degree angle to the body. 6, 7, that's really good, Adam. The whole body is moving as one unit. 9, so hips, knees, ankle all in line with the shoulder. Just one more. And relax there. Okay, how did you find that?
Yeah, okay.
Yeah?
Starts getting up towards the end.
Yeah, you can see, I think towards the end there's a little bit more effort going in, but I think you're able to cope with that quite well. So, rest up for a minute, we'll go for the second set, and if you find that like, maybe we can push a little bit more, maybe we can give you a little bit more of an advanced press up to 12 as well. Okay? Cool. Okay. 2 minutes, your minute rest is up. How are you feeling?
Okay,
Ready to go? Yeah, let's go for it. Last ones. Come on, let's push these out. 1. Good. 2. Whole body moves as one unit. That's really good. You're keeping a nice line. Ear, shoulder, hip, knee, and ankle. 7. Good. 8. Nice work. The elbows are coming back at a 45-degree to the body. 10. 11, last one, just push it out and relax. Okay, so just to cool down after the workout, I'm just going to use the CD bike, so the upright bike, just to bring that RPE scale back down to 1 or 2 breathing. Just before we get the bike, I just want to show you how we set it up correctly so we're using it correctly. So with the bike here, the seat moves, so just pull the way down the bike, and obviously it moves up and down. Now, where I want the seat height is level with my hip here. Okay? So I just pull it up and you can see it's level with my hip here. Okay? So I can recheck that when I get on the bike. Now, when I'm getting on the bike, just hold on to the handles here, push the pedal down to the end, and step through the bike. Okay? See here. Okay? You've got different handle positions. We can just hold up in front here, or we can lean forward into the position here. Okay? For the cool down, really, you just want to be comfortable on the bike. Once we start pedaling, the key here is to make sure that our knee isn't locking out when we're at the bottom of this pedal stroke here, okay? So you can see here my knee is off lock or soft, effectively. Okay, and just start pedaling lightly. The machine will start automatically for you. You can see here that I can increase the intensity or resistance on the machine here or on the bike here as well, okay? Keep a nice comfortable posture as you do, so a nice straight back. Keep looking over to the horizon and just keep a nice stroke. So we're pushing with our quads as we drop down. My heel will come down. As I come up, the heel comes up effectively. Okay? Once I finish, get one leg down to the bottom of the stroke, hold on and step through the machine. Go. Any questions? No? No? Okay, if we just jump on here again for us. And just slowly. So is that about the right height for you?
Yeah.
Yeah. So again, like I say with this one, it's cardiovascular. So it is, if you were using it as a workout, you'd be working your heart and lungs. But equally, you can tell the legs are going to get a little bit of work, quads, hamstrings. But the idea here is to start you at about an RPE of 5, which bring it back down to an ordinary 1 or 2. It's just going to be a 5-minute cool down, just to reset the body. Okay, so just reset the body, reset it. How are you feeling now on that overknee scale?
Yeah, good.
Yeah?
On the way down.
Yeah, nice work. So would you be about a 4 or 5? Or?
Yeah.
Yeah? Good stuff, okay. Nice work. You've got a nice rhythm with going here. Excellent stuff. And how are you feeling now?
Yeah, okay, working my way down, probably about 3 now.
Okay, good. So, like you can see here, we're almost getting to our 5 minutes. So what RP scale or what RP level you got now?
Probably about 2 now.
Okay, super. So if you just want to slowly bring it to a stop, and then get your leg down to the end, and step off. Okay, so we're just going to finish off our workout with some static stretches now. So I'm just going to take you through a number of stretches which will complement the workout that we've done today. So the first one that we're going to do is a chest stretch. So we're going to stretch across the pectoral muscles and the anterior deltoid muscle as well.
Yep.
So what you're going to do is you're going to take your hands flat onto your back here. Okay? And you're going to try and push your chest up and squeeze your elbows together. Okay? We're going to hold that for 10 or 15 seconds. You should feel a stretch just across the front of the chest. Yeah? So you're feeling that?
Yeah.
Good stuff, good stuff. And then just relax out the stretch. Okay, so the next stretch we're going to do is a shoulder stretch. So we're going to stretch out the deltoid muscle. And just for this, what I'm going to ask you to do is stretch one arm across the body, with your thumb pointing back. Take your other arm to above the elbow if you can, and pull the arm in towards your body. You should feel the stretch on the outside of your shoulder. Okay, so again, just 10 to 15 seconds on each arm. How does that look? Feel the stretch coming down over your shoulder? Okay, so if you want to ease that out, I'm going to swap over to the other side. Just look again. These are all just maintenance stretches. So just maintain the kind of flexibility that you have in the shoulder. How does that look?
Good.
And then just ease out of that. Nice one. Okay, so what we're going to do now is we're going to do the stretch for the upper back, so trapezius, lumbar muscles, posterior deltoid muscles. We're going to do a stretch here as well. So we're going to get you to standing, just with your feet hip width apart. I'm going to get you to reach out to the front and really try and arch your upper back. Okay? Reach forward, just drop your head in between. And if you do this as well as you roll your belly button towards your spine, again we're going to hold this for about 10 or 15 seconds. It's really good, nice work. And just ease out of that. Okay, so the next stretch we're going to do is a glute stretch. Okay, so I'm going to lie back on my back, put my left foot on my right knee here. Now there's a number of progressions I can do for this. We can either just move the foot back,
Yeah.
and you might feel a slight stretch, or I can push my knee away with my right hand, or my left hand, sorry, and you feel the stretch. Or I can reach through and lie back while pushing the knee away a little bit. You should feel the stretch in your glute. Again, I'm going to hold it for 10 or 15 seconds as a maintenance stretch. And then just slowly ease that out for me and swap sides. That's it. Reaching through, that's good. And then try and ease back onto the mat. Okay, so the last stretch we're going to do is a hamstring stretch. So we're going to stretch the back of the upper leg here, okay? So we're just going to lie back again. And I'm going to stretch the left leg. So I'm just going to keep my right leg relaxed. So you can either keep it flat, foot flat on the ground, the way I have it. If you want, you can lie it straight out as well. So I'm just going to keep my leg here. All I'm going to do is lift my leg as high as I can without any assistance. And then I'm just going to reach my hands through, pull the leg towards my chest. Try and drop your head back, try and relax into the stretch here. So take a nice deep breath in, and as you exhale, maybe pull the stretch in a little bit further. So again, just 10 to 15 seconds on the stretch. And if you slowly ease that out, you can swap sides. And again, if you slowly ease that. Nice work. Okay, how did you find that working with them?
Yeah, really enjoyed it.
Yeah, good stuff. Was there any bits you really liked or disliked?
Like I said, I enjoy working on the strength stuff more, so I prefer that side of things to the cardio. But yeah, no, it's all, I appreciate it's all necessary, so I enjoyed it.
Well, what we could do in the future as well is like vary the cardio machines a little bit. So that you're not always using the same machines or something when you come in. It just give you a little bit more variety.
Yeah.
But certainly I think if you could come in and get the cardio done before you do
that makes sense.
weights, then at least you get it done, dust it away, and then you can crack on.
Yeah.
Was there any specific exercises in the resistance section that you really enjoyed? Or?
I do prefer the free weight movements, so yeah, the deadlift, I prefer the sort of big compound movements, so yeah, I enjoyed that.
And was there any ones that you really kind of thought, oh, maybe let's do something else? Or?
Nothing really, it's all necessary really, isn't it? Okay, working towards a goal, so yeah, sounds good.
Well, what we can do is like we can slowly transition from some of the resistance machines to the free weight exercises, because there is like, you know, even the leg press that we did earlier, we can slowly progress that into a squat effectively. So we can start developing into the free weights from the machines, which again, will just give you a little bit more energy. And how did you find my coaching style? Was it getting everything across to you?
Yeah, absolutely, really clear. Felt like I learned a lot, yeah.
Excellent stuff. Okay, good stuff. Well, look, I've got your program written down there. I've made the necessary changes from today. I'll give you a copy of that so that you can bring that out to the gym so you know exactly what we're doing. If you want to book a session again